Mark Emmert, do you have questions? You guys hear me okay? Mike Kloss, do you have a question?
Fran, I know you're not going to talk about officiating, but how did the foul situation affect this team throughout the game?
You know, I think that's a fair question, Mike. You know, obviously changed everything in the first half. And then coming down the stretch, again, yeah, it did.
Don Doxey?
Yeah, Fran, you know, I know you have the policy of sitting guys with 2 fouls. Did you think about putting Luka or Connor back in the first half?
No, not though. I put Keegan back in, but not those 2.
Mark Emmert?
Yeah, Fran, why not? Because obviously your bench players were not giving you a lot in the first half. Why not go back to Luka?
You know what? You guys are unbelievable. You want me to play the bench, so I give the bench is in there because guys are in foul trouble. Then you want me to take them out. How are they ever going to get any better? How are they ever going to improve? It's a ridiculous question, Mark. You should know better.
Scott Docterman?
Yeah, Fran, when you got a 9-0, you gave up a 9-0 run right before halftime. Did you, at that point, think about putting Connor back in just to inbound the ball because there was that turnover right there?
You know, I really didn't. You know, I figured we could get the ball in bounds.
Don Doxey, go ahead.
Yeah, Fran, what with 1.8 seconds left, what were you trying to throw it deep to Luka there? What were you trying to do at the end?
Yeah. We had other options. Other guys were available. But, you know, it's tough because we're trying to throw it long and have him catch it. So you want to have a little bit more underneath it, but then you have the Jumbotron there, so you can't throw it too high either. So kind of, you know, and you got to put something on it. So obviously we were hoping he would catch it.
Mike Kloss?
Beyond the fouls, where did this game get away from you guys?
Well, I mean, you know, I think that's an interesting way to put it. I mean, the game was in the balance. Kid makes a tough step back. You know, we had opportunities. We had a lead in the second half. We had wide open threes that, you know, were really good shots. They didn't go. You know, coming down the stretch, we were going to Luka. You know, he was scoring and getting to the free throw line. Did a great job there. Kid hit a tough 3, you know, behind the screen, you know, contested.
Mark Emmert?
Yeah, Fran, what was your view of that last defensive play? Obviously, that kid had gone 1 for 9 before that. Were you happy with your defense there?
Well, you're talking about Finney's or Franklin's?
Franklin's.
Yeah. You know, I thought we had the right guy on him. I thought, you know, he's got size. Weezy was on him. Weezy has size. You know, I mean, it's a tie game, so you're in a tough spot. The last thing, they're in the double bonus. Last thing Weezy wants to do is foul him. He just wants him to make a contested tough 2, and he made it. So you know what you got to do? You got to tip your hat to him.
Corey Cuffler, go ahead.
Fran, what has Indiana done defensively against you guys to keep you below your season average offensively in 2 games now?
You know, just be crowding Luka. You know, we had great looks at it from 3. You know, I don't think there's anything specific to them that anybody else hasn't done, to be honest with you.
Pat Hardy?
What did you think overall of your defense today? I thought the guys they looked pretty aggressive out there overall. What did you think?
Well, you know, I think, Pat, you know, I think we were more aggressive. And and I think our defense was substantially better. We played more man than we'd been playing, and I think that was good. Obviously, the foul trouble wasn't good. But, 11 turnovers that led to 17 points, that was problematic, and 15 offensive rebounds. So our defense was good, but they got too many of them back.
Mark Emmert?
Yeah, Fran, just big picture here now. You've lost 4 out of 5. You had a lead in those games in the second half. I guess, what do you work on going forward? Can you get better at closing out games? Is that something you can actually work on?
You can, and guys got to get used to being in different positions. With CJ not being in there, so Connor's in the guard spot. Keegan's, I thought he was really good today. I mean, foul trouble really affected his ability. I mean, he impacted the game, I thought, but he impacted it more had he been able to stay on the floor, more than 16 minutes. So, I just think it's guys being out on the floor more in those situations and getting to the point where they can make plays. So, yeah, you can work on that, and we will.
Mark Freund?
Fran, have you seen the frustration level amongst your players rising, or how would you characterize where their heads are at collectively?
I think they're frustrated because, we were in every one of these games that we've lost. The game was into balance. So that's going to be frustrating, and they're frustrated, and you expect them to be. But I think for the most part, they've been positive with themselves and with each other. And the last thing I would want them to do is blame. I never want those guys to blame themselves. But I want them to hold themselves accountable. I'll hold them accountable. Don't blame each other. And just stay together and stay positive. That's what I'll do.
Anything else for Coach today? All right. Thanks, everyone. We'll get to